Getting some pretty funny messages while I'm trying to film this. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm currently getting ready for round 4 of the Yak Hunter series down here in Tasmania. Species this time around is brown trout. The location's Lake Leake, and I done pretty well last time I fished there, so I'm keen to go back. Super pumped. I'm going to run through the tackle that I'm going to be using real quick because most of the questions I get about my videos are all about a tackle. So I'm just going to run through that really quickly, and then I've got to keep packing, and probably last time you'll hear from me until we get there. Here's the first of 3 combos. We have the Daiwa Rebellion. It's 6'6", 2.5 to 6 pound. It's pretty new, I haven't had it that long. It's nice and light, super sensitive, but still heaps of power. So I really like that. It's a good mix for throwing a wide variety of lures. The reel on the Rebellion is an older Silver Wolf Model S 2004. Also on that rod, I have the new J-thread fluorocarbon line. I've only used it a couple of times, but so far so good. I haven't had my typical problems that I generally have with fluoro. As you can see, 4 pound. So this is my second setup. We have the TD Black Drunken Monkey, 6'10", 1 to 2 kilo. A little bit of a slower taper on this one, but I like it, especially for the deeper diving hard body lures. So we've got the reel that's fitted to the TD Black. It is a Daiwa Cowdia LT 2500. I believe I've got 10 or 12 pound braid on this reel, but I don't even know what brand it is, I'm not 100% sure. The leader I use for this setup and my next setup that I'll show you is the exact same. I'm using the Daiwa J-thread fluorocarbon in 6 pound. Last but definitely not least is the Murasami Tournament Spin 702. I've spent a lot of time using these rods in the last couple of years. They're super light, super sensitive, nice and powerful down the bottom, and I really like that skeleton grip. Reel on the Murasami is the original Daiwa Cowdia. At least I think it is. If it's not, then correct me. 2000 size. I've had this reel quite a while. It's probably the first high-ish, more quality sort of reel I bought, so definitely has a warm place in my heart. So since I'm only taking 3 rods, I'm only going to show you my first 3 starting lures. They're back. I've got the smelt colour in the shallow diving cranker minnow. I only just used this for the first time a couple of days ago brim fishing in my local river and performed extremely well, so I'm going to see how it goes on the trout. So second on the list, I've got a bit of a mid-depth type diver. I've got the 60mm double clutch in Ghost Perch. I know there's a lot of redfin in Lake Leake, so it should be a nice little pattern match, I suppose. Last up is my confidence lure in Lake Leake because it's what I caught every single fish on last time. I've got the Daiwa Bait Junkie Minnow. UV mudblood colour. Might be a bit hard to see because the camera won't focus on it. It's got red and black fleck through the soft plastic, and yeah, worked well there last time, so I'll run it again. Righto, that's it guys. I've got stuff to do. See you on the road. Well, I've got my first redfin. What a giant. There's a lot of fish rising, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. This one just here was about 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yeah, they'll like that on that shore that I left from in front of Crez's shack. They're everywhere. Oh, big redfin. Got another one. See that? That's definitely not what I'm trying to catch. Another redfin. Alright guys, first little update. Been fishing for around an hour and I've only caught a heap of small redfin. There's quite a few trout rising first thing, but they've sort of stopped now. So I'm just re-rigging plastic. I'm going to head back out a little bit deeper, I think. Perfect. I was hoping to have a fish update for you by now, but it hasn't happened. I do have until 6 o'clock tonight, so there's no great rush, but yeah, more fish the better. I'm just having a little bit of a look on the live update, and they are all redfin. Jen's caught the biggest one. Smashing them. Just looking on side scan, I'm over the top of a lot of timber structure. Right. Can't really see any fish on it, but trout can be a bit tricky to see on the sounder at times. Oh, redfin. Redfin just won't leave me alone. 2.5 hours, no trout. I think it's just going to be a matter of persisting, and I'd imagine there's going to be a bit of a bite window. Got a little bit windy where I am, so I'm going to pull up on the shore, have a coffee, and then I'm going to head back to where I started and just keep after them. Look at that. Getting some pretty cool shots on the sounder. It's 11:30, so I've been fishing for 5.5 hours. Haven't caught a trout yet, but there's been plenty rising. They're just not eating what I'm throwing. I've probably cycled through a dozen lures already. Just had a quick look on the Yak Hunters app. There's been 4 fish caught, which isn't many really, so it's definitely been tough. I'm going to go back to camp for a bit of a spell for probably an hour, and I could not possibly be further away at the moment. So it'll probably take me about half an hour, 45 minutes to get back there, have a spell, come back out. I can fish till 6 o'clock tonight, so there's plenty of time. I'm just going to fish this timber area on the way out, and then we'll be back into them this afternoon. It's take 2. Not much luck this morning. Not many fish caught, especially by me. I'm going to the opposite end of the lake, fish the jam wall, and then the shore that runs in front of the shacks. It was a pretty long morning. No bites, no trout, only redfin. Not even big redfin. Fish action coming right up. Oh, rainbow. I don't want you. Little rainbow. Don't want a little rainbow. I want browns. I've just pulled up on this shore. I caught that rainbow pretty quick, so let's hope that's a sign of things to come. Now I smell like trout. That's good. I actually like the look of this shore. It's got less weed, and it would have had the wind blowing onto it all day yesterday. So let's hope there's some fish still sitting here. Yet another rainbow. Big rainbow too. It sucks. Fucking hell. Jesus! That is a big rainbow. Wowee. Get a load of that thing. It is a big rainbow. But unfortunately, he doesn't count for too much. One last lure change, one last drift. I'm going to fish hard on the shore, I think, and that will be about her for day one. Another rainbow. My God. Why can't I just catch a brown trout? That's 3 rainbows this afternoon. Why can't one of them just have a tan? Ah, that's fishing. That is fishing. See ya. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Can't say I didn't have a fair crack today. I fished 11 and a half hours. Used every trick up my sleeve and could not trick a brown. Caught 3 rainbows this afternoon. So that's good, but not what we're after. Oh, and I got another 35 redfin. So that's cool. So I'm just going to head back to camp. I've got a pretty solid pedal back, straight into the wind. And then I'm going to go to the pub for a palmy. And then I'm going to have an early night so I can do it all again tomorrow. Don't have 12 hours to fish tomorrow though, so that might be a good thing. We've got the 2 PM cut off. Yeah, so I've got a few hours tomorrow to catch a couple of good ones. And who knows what can happen. My legs are burning already. I've done quite a few Ks today, so I'm going to shut up. And I'll see you in the morning, I suppose. It is day 2 of the Yak Hunters comp. It's raining, which is lovely. The wind is blowing in the complete opposite direction. So who knows what that'll do. Don't know how long I'm going to last. It's pretty horrible. Have to try because I still don't have a scoreable fish on the board. It's raining a lot now. It's raining a lot now. I love it! This is it. One last hurrah. I really want a scoreable fish. So I'm putting up with the wind and the rain. I'm just going to try to battle through it. And yeah, hopefully I can catch a brown trout. I've never wanted to catch a brown trout so much in my life, I don't think. We're into it. Talk soon. Yes, brownie, brownie. Oh, he's a good brownie too. Just do it. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh, 4 pound. Not too hard. Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, holy shit. Woohoo! Oh, my God, it's been a battle for that fish, eh? Whew. That's about 14 hours of battling. Check him out on the double clutch. Chill, bro. Oh, I had to work for that. Righto, guys. There is my first scoreable brown. He's 60.5 centimetres, so I'm not sure if that'll be the biggest fish or we'll see what they reckon. Look at him, he's beautiful. Gave me a bit of curry too. Happy days. So if I can get one more, I'll be well and truly in the hunt. I was actually going to give up. Well, I had given up. And then I checked the app and a couple of people had caught fish, so I thought I'd better come back out. Stop being so soft. Oh, I nearly lost him at the net. That was so bad. Had him in the net, and then he fell back out, hit the side of the hove, he fell back in the water. I was lucky enough that he stayed hooked. Whew, that had me shaking. I don't shake over trout. I don't get that excited. That one had me fired up. So I'm going to keep persisting down the shore and just see how I go. As you can see, I've made it home. I I didn't get the last 2 hours of footage because my camera probably didn't like being rained on for 3 hours straight. So anyway, I had given up fishing. I'd come in, made a coffee, and then thought I'd be grumpy at myself later on if I didn't keep fishing. So with my one and only brown, I managed to sneak in the top 3. Won the biggest fish and won the power play as well. A big thanks to Yak Hunters, big thanks to Leake for letting me camp in his yard, and big thanks to all the competitors who made it such an enjoyable weekend. Hope you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, see ya.